Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Saira Mujtaba with the news at 9. The headlines. India to celebrate its 72nd Independence Day tomorrow. President Ram Nath Kovind in his Independence Day Eve address to the nation says, India is at the cusp of achieving many long-awaited goals. Major Aditya and Martyr Rifleman Aurangzeb to be awarded Shaurya Chakra, Sepoy Vrahma Pal Singh to be awarded Kirti Chakra posthumously, 942 policemen, 59 fire servicemen and 7 coast guards to be honoured. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation from the ramparts of Red Fort tomorrow. Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat says simultaneous elections to Lok Sabha and state assemblies not possible without a legal framework. Chhattisgarh Governor Balram Tandon passes away. President and Prime Minister express condolences. And Supreme Court asks Center what action was taken in cases of sexual abuse of children at shelter homes across the country. The nation will celebrate the 72nd Independence Day tomorrow. In his address to the nation on the eve of Independence Day, President Ram Nath Kovind today said, India is at the cusp of achieving many long-awaited goals like universal access to electricity, elimination of open defecation, homelessness and extreme poverty. Mr. Kovind said India will be marking the 75th anniversary of independence after 4 years. He said the decisions taken now and the foundations laid today will determine where India stands then.
We are at a pivotal moment. Let contentious issues and extraneous debates not distract us. The decisions we take today, the projects we undertake today, the social and economic investments we make today will determine where we stand. The pace of change and development in our country is rapid and appreciable.
Mr. Kovind said farmers of the country are upholding the country's freedom by ensuring food security and nutrition for the children.
Our farmers grow food for tens of thousands of fellow citizens whom they have not individually met and will never meet. As we assist our farmers by providing access to technology and other facilities for enhanced productivity and enhanced incomes, we live up to the principles of our freedom struggle.
Saying that armed forces stand guard valiantly on borders in extreme conditions, Mr. Kovind stated that they are upholding the freedom by ensuring security from external threats. He also said police and paramilitary forces take on a variety of challenges like battling terrorism, fighting crime and law and order disturbances. Highlighting the special role of women in the society, the President said the expansion of freedom in the country in many sense amounts to the expansion of freedom for women.
As a nation and as a society, we must ensure that they have the right and the ability to exercise that choice. As we take this process further by facilitating credit for women-run enterprises and startups or by easier availability of LPG in millions of homes, we live up to the principles of our freedom struggle.
The President said the Gram Swaraj Abhiyan is taking 7 flagship programs to the very doorstep of the poorest and the most deprived among the citizens. He further said that the Gram Swaraj Abhiyan has been extended to 117 aspirational districts where still stark gaps in development narrative remain even after 7 decades after independence. Mr. Kovind said there is a significant overlap between the populations of these districts and historically weaker communities, such as scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. He said this is an opportunity to raise the quality of life of those who have unfortunately remained at the bottom of the pyramid. President Kovind said country's young population represents the hopes and aspirations of India. He said by building capacities for skilling and scholarship, technology and entrepreneurship, country is harnessing the unlimited human capital of the youth. The President said this year's Independence Day is extra special as in a few weeks, that is on 2nd of October, the commemoration of the 150th birthday of Mahatma Gandhi will begin. He noted that Gandhiji did not just lead the freedom struggle, but was and still is the moral compass of the nation. The President highlighted that Gandhiji's most notable mantra was to point out that the power of non-violence is far greater than the power of violence. He added that non-violence was the most effective weapon Gandhiji gave to the nation. He said non-violence is rooted in India's ancient wisdom and yet has a resonance in the 21st century and in daily lives of people. President Kovind remarked how Mahatma Gandhi personally led the drive for cleanliness. He said Gandhiji spoke of Swadeshi with an uncommon zeal and took pride in promoting Indian creativity and sensibility. The President called upon the countrymen to adapt Mahatma Gandhi's ideas and maxims, as there is no better way to celebrate India's freedom. He said that India believes in the age-old ideal of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is, world is one family, and this is why India provides assistance to many African countries and takes initiatives on the issue of climate change, contributes to United Nations peacekeeping operations, helps neighboring countries affected by natural disasters, and rescues people from other countries along with its own people trapped in conflict zones. He said in the spirit of Gandhiji and the spirit of India, nation is sharing the practice of yoga for health and well-being and using technology for development. The President said Independence Day is an occasion to renew the resolve to fill the gaps that still remain in nation-building project. He exuded confidence that the youth of the nation will undoubtedly fill the gaps. Major Aditya and Martyr Rifleman Aurangzeb of Indian Army will be conferred the Shaurya Chakra along with 18 others armed forces personnel and members of paramilitary forces. Aurangzeb, who has been selected posthumously, was abducted and later killed by terrorists in Pulwama district in June this year. He was on his way to celebrate Eid when the incident took place. Besides, Sepoy Vrahma Pal Singh will be awarded with Kirti Chakra posthumously. President Ram Nath Kovind has approved these names on the eve of Independence Day, along with 3 Bar to Sena Medals Gallantry, 93 Sena Medals Gallantry, and 11 Now Sena Medals Gallantry. The President also conferred Vayu Sena Medal Gallantry to Group Captain Abhishek Sharma, Squadron Leader Vernon Desmond Kane, and Sergeant Shashidhar B. Prasad. 942 personnel have been awarded police medals on the occasion of Independence Day this year. President's Police Medal for Gallantry has been awarded to 2 personnel. Police Medal for Gallantry has been awarded to 177 personnel. President's Police Medal for Distinguished Service to 88 personnel and Police Medal for Meritorious Service has been given to 675 personnel. 59 personnel have been awarded Fire Service Medals on the occasion of Independence Day this year. According to an official release, of them, President's Fire Service Medal for Gallantry have been awarded to 1 personnel. Fire Service Medal for Gallantry have been awarded to 3 personnel. President's Fire Service Medal for Distinguished Service to 5 and Fire Service Medal for Meritorious Service to 50 personnel. 55 personnel have also been awarded Home Guard and Civil Defence Medals this year. President has awarded 1 President's Tat Rakshak Medal for Distinguished Service, 5 Tat Rakshak Medal for Gallantry, and 2 Tat Rakshak Medal for Meritorious Service on the occasion of Independence Day this year to Indian Coast Guard personnel. The President's Tat Rakshak Medal for Distinguished Service has been awarded to IG Rakesh Pal. These awards are being given to the personnel of Indian Coast Guard on Republic Day and Independence Day every year since 1990. On the occasion of 72nd Independence Day tomorrow, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unfurl the national flag from the ramparts of the Red Fort and address the nation. The unfurling of the tricolour will synchronize with the 21-gun salute fired by the valiant gunners of the elite 2281 Field Battery ceremonial. The National Flag Guard, comprising 32 men and 1 officer each from the Army, Navy, Air Force and Delhi Police, will present the Rashtriya Salute at the time of unfurling of the national flag. The Naval Band will play the national anthem when the National Guard presents the Rashtriya Salute while unfurling the national flag by the Prime Minister. 700 cadets of the National Cadet Corps, drawn from 16 schools of the Delhi Directorate, comprising the Army, Navy and Air Force wings, are participating in the flag hoisting ceremony this year. The cadets will take part in the singing of patriotic songs and the national anthem along with school children. 3,500 girls from 36 schools of Delhi government will sing the national anthem and 5,000 boys from 72 schools will witness the event. On this occasion, these school children will display the formation of Bharat. More from our correspondent.
The historic Red Fort, along with other critical areas in the national capital, has been put under a heavy security cover. More than 70,000 security personnel have been deployed across the city to keep a check on suspicious activities. The area around the Red Fort has been declared as a no-kite flying zone and has been covered with high-definition CCTV cameras. Unmanned aerial vehicles and aircraft systems, including drones, have been completely banned in Delhi. For the first time, an all-women SWAT team comprising 36 commandos will also be the part of security arrangements. With Dipendra, Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
Prasar Bharati has tied up with Google and YouTube to telecast the Independence Day program live online tomorrow. Prasar Bharati CEO Shashi Shekhar Vempati told media that the tie-up has been done as part of the efforts to increase their digital presence. Mr. Vempati informed that once the Prime Minister's speech ends at the Red Fort, AIR will transmit translation of the Prime Minister's speech in regional languages.
This is something that we will be attempting this year in a big way, that once the PM speech ends in Red Fort, the All India Radio network across the country will translate it into various regional languages, and then subsequently later in the day they will air it on their local stations across various states. It gives again the PM's message delivered locally in a linguistic manner that various parts of India can understand and relate to.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat today said simultaneous elections are not possible without a legal framework, as any extension or curtailment of the term of assemblies will require a constitutional amendment. Mr. Rawat told media in New Delhi that the logistics arrangements with regard to 100% availability of VVPATs will be a constraint. He added that the Commission had given inputs and suggestions in 2015 with regards to other requirements of additional police force and polling personnel for simultaneous polls. He added that the poll panel will continue to deliver its responsibility of conducting elections whenever term of the state assemblies comes to an end. His remarks came a day after the BJP made a fresh push to hold Lok Sabha and assembly polls together. BJP today rejected media reports that the party is planning to hold assembly elections in 11 states next year along with the Lok Sabha polls. Talking to reporters in New Delhi, party spokesperson Sambit Patra said such misplaced conception should not find place anywhere. He said BJP President Amit Shah in his letter to the Law Commission on simultaneous polls had not talked anything as such. Chhattisgarh Governor Balram Tandon passed away today afternoon. He was 91. He took his last breath at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Memorial Hospital in Raipur, where he was admitted this morning after a cardiac arrest. Chhattisgarh government has announced a 7-day state mourning on the demise of Mr. Tandon. President Ram Nath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have extended condolences over the demise of Mr. Tandon. Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Raman Singh has also expressed grief over the death of Governor Balramji Das Tandon. In Karnataka, over 37 lakh toilets are constructed under the Swachh Bharat mission. Around 18 lakh toilets are to be constructed to declare the state open defecation free. Here is a ground report based on reactions of the beneficiaries of the Swachh Bharat mission in the state.
Karnataka is marching towards achieving open defecation-free status. Prakash from Gundlupet in Chamarajanagar district is one of the beneficiaries of the Swachh Bharat mission. He says that the construction of toilet in his house has brought about hygiene and cleanliness in his village.
This has helped achieve open defecation-free and clean India. My family is now using the toilet and do not go out in open for defecation.
Meghna Velapi in a village of Chikballapur district has said that girls of our village are saved from embarrassment of going out in the open for defecation after construction of the toilet.
Girls in our village were forced to go out for defecation. This resulted in shame and embarrassment. Now, because of the toilets in the village, everyone has been benefited.
The Supreme Court today expressed concern over sexual abuse of children living in shelter homes across the country and asked the centre what action is being taken in the cases. The court referred to the data placed before it by the centre and observed that around 1,500 children have been sexually or physically abused in the shelter homes in different parts of the country. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India to celebrate its 72nd Independence Day tomorrow. President in his Independence Day Eve address to the nation says India is at the cusp of achieving many long-awaited goals. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation from the ramparts of Red Fort tomorrow. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.